विद्यार्थी मित्रों, now you are in 5th semester BBA. In BBA 5th semester, you will find 3 optional subjects. 1. Advanced Financial Management. Number 2. Advanced Marketing Management. Number 3. Advanced Human Resource Management. We have 3 optional subjects. Out of this, Advanced Financial Management is compulsory, while other two, Advanced Marketing Management and Advanced Human Resource Management, out of these two, you have to select one. You have to decide yourself which one is the best for you, marketing or HR. We will send you the list to you afterwards, the document to you to select the out of these two subject one, and we will finalize the student's name for Advanced HR and Advanced Marketing Management. Now, our Advanced Financial Management in this subject, we have to learn unit number 1, valuation of securities. In this valuation of securities, we have the syllabus. Please, you have to be ready with the note, pen, calculator, everything on desk, because we have to calculate number of things in this chapter. And with my lecture, you have to calculate and you have to understand what the valuation is. So in this unit number 1, concept of value, basic valuation model. Third, bond valuation. Fourth, present value of preference shares and valuation of equity. So before starting the valuation of securities, we should know what is the meaning of the value. Value is the word. Value means, in Gujarati we may say kimmat. Every assets have the value. The value we have to find out whenever we want to dispose the assets or we want to buy the assets. When you want to buy the assets, you have to decide about the value of the asset, price of assets. And whenever you want to sell your asset, at that time also you have to think for the value. So value analysis is must in this situation. Suppose someone want to liquidate the business or close the business. At that time, they also require the value of the various types of assets they are having. So value, again I am telling you, depends on the earning capacity of assets. Value depends on what? Earning capacity of the asset. If we are able to get more yield from the assets, the value is more, and vice versa. So here, asset valuation simply pertains to the value assigned to a specific property. Specific property, property means assets, including stocks. Stocks means shares, equity share, preference share, bonds. That all are the, stocks means shares. That we have to keep in our mind. Options, bonds, buildings, machinery, or land. That is conducted usually when a company or asset is to be sold, Now see, where value is required, I told you, is to be sold, insured. Suppose you want to take the insurance for your asset. At that time, insurance company will think about the value of the assets. Suppose you want to insure your car, and car is 3 years old. So the insurance company will decide the current market value of the car. It is not a new car, it is a 3 years old car. So automatically value of that car decreases. Same way machinery. Machinery is new one. At that time value is different. But after 3 years machinery is depreciated because we use the machinery. And that is why the value is going down. So whenever you want to take the insurance for assets, at that time value is required or taken over. Taken over means if you want to take over the business of others or you want to give your business to others, at that time value is very important. Is it clear now? Without value, is it possible to sell? No. Is it possible to get the insurance? No. Is it possible to take over? No. Take over means your business is taken over by other person or other person's business you may take over. In both the situation, we require the value. And value depends on what? Value depends on your assets performance. Assets performance means how much we are able to get benefit from these assets. On that case, the value is decided. Now further please see, the assets may be categorized into tangible and intangible assets. Tangible means we can see, we can touch. Intangible means goodwill, patent, trademark, that is also intangible assets. So that asset is also valued with your total business earning capacity. If your business is earning good and also growing good, so automatically your goodwill is also higher. Goodwill is one of the value. So goodwill is higher. Suppose you have the patent, so patent value is also important. On that patent, every brands are going on. Your product is going to be sold out in a market. Trademark is also one of the particular, we can say, registration of your product name, your brand, your image is connected with that. So it is also a value. So valuation can be done on either an asset or a liability. Now see that suppose you want to buy a second hand car, suppose. At that time what you will check? That this car is having any liability. This car is have any bank loan. If bank loan is there, so whatever value is decided, from that you are going to minus the bank loan and net value you will find. So such as here in our business, bonds issued by a company. Whenever bonds or debentures are issued by a company, at that time company's assets are mortgaged against that bond or debentures. So whenever you want to value up your asset, at that time this liability is also considered. Now what is this valuation? Valuation means finding out correct value of the assets on a particular date. Particular date word is very important. Underline that. On a particular date, what is your value of your assets? Suppose today if you want to find the value, so it's a today's value. But after 6 months, value may change. So after 3 months, value may change. So we have to find out correct value of the assets on a particular date. It is an act of determining the value of assets and critical examination of these values on the basis of normally accepted accounting standards. As per accounting standard, depreciation is charged against the assets properly. So the standards are given, and under Income Tax Act also depreciation is a one important expenses which is allowed to deduct from the assets. So this thing we have to keep in our mind. So correct value we have to find out on a particular date. What are the objectives of valuation? So naturally we know to assess the current financial position of the concern. If you want to know the financial position of the company or a business, then you have to value all assets and you have to minus the liability whatever company is having. If it is minus and whatever remains net worth, that is the value of the business or financial position of the business we can find. To inquire about the mode of investment of the capital of the concern. So we can inquire that how they invested their money. In financial management, we know there are two important things: how to get the money and how to use the money. How to acquire the funds, how to allocate the funds in various assets. Now, assets are two types of: one, fixed assets; number two, current assets. So, how much the fund you invested in fixed assets and how much the fund you invested in current assets, that is very important here. And that you can bifurcate with the help of the value of the valuation of the assets. Number three, you are going to find to assess the goodwill of the concern. Now, goodwill of the concern is depending on what? Earning capacity of the business. It depends on wealth. Wealth means the how much the assets they are acquiring, how much the reserves and surplus they have, how much the liability they have. Everything is going to be considered, and afterwards valuation of goodwill is going on. Valuation of goodwill, I think in a fourth semester in accounting, the number of examples we solved for the valuation of goodwill and shares. So this is the valuation of goodwill. Then to evaluate the differences in the value of the assets as on the date of purchase and on the date of balance sheet. Suppose you purchase any assets before 3 years or 4 years. At that time value is 10 lakh. Now what is the value in balance sheet today? It may be 6 lakh because depreciation we charge for 3-4 years. So this difference, this evaluation you can do with the help of the valuation of assets or securities. So these are the objectives of the valuation. Now what are the various concepts of value? In examination they may ask what is value? Explain the various concept of value. Write down please this question. What is value? Question mark. Explain or discuss various concepts of value. In this various concept of value, you have to explain 5 type of concepts. The concepts are: number 1, now how to value the assets. The different ways are there. 1, book value. Book value is a very common thing that in balance sheet, whatever value returns against the assets is the book value. Now say machinery 10 lakh, okay. Building 12 lakh, okay. Furniture 5 lakh, okay. So these type of things are written in a balance sheet on an asset side. So that is directly we can say it's a book value of the assets. Very simple concept I think. And you know we prepared the number of balance sheet from 11th standard and 12th standard to this level. We know how to prepare the balance sheet, liability side, asset side. So on an asset side, whatever value is written, that is known as the book value. Is it clear? Any doubt? So number 2 now, replacement value. Now what is replacement? Suppose you want to replace your old machine with the new machine. At that time, whatever you have to pay extra, suppose your old machine value is 2 lakh and new machine value is 5 lakh. So how much you have to pay extra? 3 lakh, because you are going to sell your old machine, replace your old machine. So you will get the 2 lakh rupees and you have to pay 5 lakh. So difference is what? 3 lakh. So this 3 lakh is known as the replacement value. Simply, suppose you have second-hand car, 8 or 9 years you passed in that car and now you want to replace your car. So what you will do? You will sell your old car. You are going to get 1 lakh or maybe 2 lakh, and you are going to buy a new car of 8 lakh rupees. So 8 lakh minus 2 lakh, so 6 lakh rupees difference is known as the replacement value. Is it clear? Very simple. Value we should know. Without value it is not possible to deal with the assets. Now dealings are what? Purchase and sell, take the insurance, take over of the business of others. So the value is must. So we learn first book value, second is replacement value, now third is liquidation value. Now suppose one of the businessmen is thinking that what I have, the industry, very big industry is there, number of assets are there. Now he want to know about the value of the concern. So what you will think? Suppose today I want to liquidate or close my business, or I want to sell. They are not selling, but they are thinking, I want to sell my business. So at that time, they are going to find out the value, current value of the assets total, and that total will give them the idea for liquidation value. From the total total assets, they are going to minus the liability and they will find the net value of the business. That is known as the liquidation value. So liquidation value means, suppose you have 50 gram gold, 1 kg, we can say silver, or you have the FDs, or you have the other investment. So now you want to know today, suppose I am going to liquidate these all assets. So what I will get? What I am going to get? Everybody wants to know the current value. Today we know gold price is rupees 50,000 per 10 gram, and you purchase before 10 years by 15,000 or 17,000 rupees per 10 gram. So automatically you would like to know what is my current value of the assets. That is why liquidation value is one of the method to know this. Then number 4 is the going concern value. Going concern value means your business is going on. We don't want to stop our business. And within this time, when in this current situation, what is the value of the assets that you want to find out? So going concern value you have. Now same business, suppose you want to establish, then what will be the value? That also is an important concept. So going concern means your current business is going on. So how you are going to calculate the value of the assets. The same business, suppose you want to establish, then how much the investment you required? That is known as the going concern value. Here we are not selling anything, we are not disposing anything, we are not replacing anything, but we want to know the same business. Suppose I want to start, how much I required the investment. That is the going concern value. Next is fifth one, market value. Very common, very common. First is also very common, book value, that you know. Market value means in market today what is the value of your assets. As I told you, gold price today rupees 50,000 for 10 gram is a market value. Before 20 years or 30 years you purchased by 8,000 rupees per 10 gram. That was the book value. That was the historical value. But today is the market value. So market value is 50,000. So today's value is very important to know our financial efficiency. So that is why here in this first part we completed the meaning of value and various concepts of the value, objectives of the valuation, why we are going for this, that we understood. Is it clear? Now we are coming to the basic valuation model. Now there is a model, basic model to find out the value of the concern, value of the assets. So it is said the basic valuation model lies at the heart of all investment decision. Suppose you want to invest, or suppose you want to start a new business, then you are taking number of decisions that I have to start this business or not. What will be my future benefits from the business, that we are considering in our decision. So in investment decision, suppose you want to put 10 lakh rupees in a business. So every year, how much the return you will get, how much the cash flows you will get, that you will decide for number of years. And that cash flows are discounted with, that cash flows, that benefits are discounted with present value. And you are going to find out the current value of the investments. That we'll see just afterwards. But investment decision requires this basic valuation model. As such, is an important concept to understand. I think it is very clear that you want to make all investment decision, whether regarding shares, property or bonds. In this basic valuation model will assist us that we have to invest or not. So I think our wrong decision is going to affect a lot. If our decision is wrong for investment, then losses are possible in future. If you are not going to just evaluate your investment with the future benefits properly, it is not possible to go ahead. That is why the valuation model is there. The basic valuation model is the discounted cash flow model. Just I told you, discounted cash flow. Remember your fourth semester in financial management, we discussed a lot about the capital budgeting. In capital budgeting, we are finding the discounting value of future benefits or cash flows. Discounted value we found with the help of the discounting factor. Yaad chhe na bhai? You remember this? 10% discounting factor. So we are discounting what? We are discounting the future cash flows or benefits are available from this investment. Quite simply, value of any investment is the sum of its future cash flows. Sum sigma PV, last column याद करो, 4 कॉलम था, पहलू वर्ष, year, then cash flows, then discounting factor, and last is the present value. And last we are going to make total. So sigma PV, that is here sum of its future cash flows. Therefore, the value of an investment is the sum of all future cash flows discounted at an appropriate rate. Discounted at an appropriate rate. રેટ 10% પણ હોય, 12% પણ હોય. અને એમાં ફેક્ટર શોધવાનું હોય છે જે આપણે આગળ થોડીક ફોર્મ્યુલા જોઈને ચર્ચા કરી. નાઉ વેલ્યુ, ધીસ ફોર્મ્યુલા ઇઝ વેરી સિમ્પલ. V0 means value of the assets at time 0 or today. Today is a 0 period. So today if you want to know the value, so V0 value is equal to cash flow of the first year C1 divided by into bracket 1 plus K raised to 1. આ 1 છે, જરા ઉપર લખજો, raised to 1. આ ફર્સ્ટ યર cash flow whatever you estimated 10 lakh rupiah multiply by 1 plus K raised to 1 means factor, discounting factor for the first year. You might remember the discounting factor, how to find out, that also you know with the help of calculator. Plus C2 cash flow of the second year into bracket 1 plus K raised to 2 plus up to Cn. Cn means cash flow of number of years whatever is decided last year divided by 1 plus K raised to n. આ raised to n ઉપર લખવાનું છે, please write down. So K is what? Required rate of return. આ યાદ રાખજો, required rate of return or discounting factor or cost of capital or hurdle rate. I discussed this all the meaning in 4th semester financial management capital budgeting. Is it clear? Then n is equal to what? Life of the assets. So life of the asset maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, as per the case may be. So we are taking now simple example to understand this. Now write down with me. સિમ્પલ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપણે લઈએ છીએ અને ત્યાં આપણે અહીંયા કોમા મૂકીશું. આફ્ટરવર્ડ્સ વી વિલ ગો ફોર ધ અધર ટોપિક. સો સિમ્પલ એક્ઝામ્પલ જરા ધ્યાનથી લખી લો. મિસ્ટર એ ઇન્વેસ્ટેડ ₹10,000 ઇન બોન્ડ ઓફ એબીસી કંપની. 10,000 રૂપિયા એબીસી કંપનીના બોન્ડમાં રોકે છે. તો વાય વી આર ઇન્વેસ્ટિંગ ઇન એ બોન્ડ? બિકોઝ વી વોન્ટ ટુ ગેટ ધ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ. The interest rate is 12%, comma, the required rate of return is 10%. ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ રેટ કેટલું છે? ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ રેટને બીજું નામ શું છે? કૂપન રેટ અથવા ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ રેટ ઇઝ 12%. રિક્વાયર્ડ રેટ ઓફ રિટર્ન ઓર ડિસ્કાઉન્ટિંગ ફેક્ટર ઇઝ 10%. મળી ગયું આપણને 10% આવી ગયા. લાઈફ ઓફ ધ બોન્ડ ઇઝ 7 years. Further given, face value of bond is 1,000. 1,000 રૂપિયાનો એક બોન્ડ છે. તમે 10 બોન્ડ ખરીદવા માગો છો, 10,000 રોકવા માગો છો. આપણે એક બોન્ડની વેલ્યુ શોધીએ તો ઓટોમેટિકલી 10 બોન્ડની મળી જાય કે ના મળી જાય? સો વી આર ફાઇન્ડિંગ ફોર ધ વન બોન્ડ. તો V0 ઇઝ ઇક્વલ ટુ, નાઉ સી, C1 મીન્સ કેશ ફ્લો ઇન ફર્સ્ટ યર. 1,000નું 12% પ્રમાણે 120 રૂપિયા મળશે કે નહીં? તો વી રોટ ધીસ 120 ઇન્ટુ બ્રેકેટ 1 પ્લસ K મીન્સ ડિસ્કાઉન્ટિંગ ફેક્ટર 0.10 રેઝ ટુ 1, જરા 1 ઉપર રેઝ ટુ 1 પ્લસ સેકન્ડ યર પણ 120 મળશે. ક્યાં સુધી મળશે? અપ ટુ 7 years. તો આપણે 6 વર્ષ સુધી જઈએ અને 7મા વર્ષમાં આપણને 1,000 રૂપિયા પાછા મળશે. સો વી આર રાઇટિંગ ધીસ ઓલ અપ ટુ 7 years. The present value of 10% is applied in formula. So 120 into bracket, now we have to write down 10% first year present value factor. How to find out this factor? Recall your memory. We already discussed. Again I am repeating. 1 divided by 1.10 is equal to, you will find 0.909. You got it? 1 divided by 1.10 is equal to 0.909. ફરી ઇક્વલ ટુ દબાવશો તો સેકન્ડ યર મળશે 0.826. ફરી દબાવ થર્ડ યર 0.751. ફોર્થ યર you will find 683. Fifth year 6 to 1. Sixth year 0.564 equal to દબાવતા જાઓ અને લાસ્ટમાં 1000 વત્તા 120 1120 we will get the factor is 0.513. Now multiply this all and get the answer. ચલો ગણો ફટાફટ. I told you you have to be ready with the note, pen, calculator, everything with you. And please now complete this calculation. And answer is करो complete करो. So answer is V0 is equal to rupees 1097.04. 1097.04. And the same thing we can calculate other way to solve example is what? We can apply the table solution just like in a capital budgeting. So table solution is what? Year, cash flows, discounting factor at 10% and the market and the present value. પહેલામાં લખીશું 1-6 1 થી 6 વર્ષ આપણને 120 જ મળે છે. The annuity factor 6 વર્ષના જે તમે શોધ્યા પ્રેઝન્ટ વેલ્યુ એન્ડ ટોટલ કરો તો you will get the annuity factor. Or annuity table of ₹1 is available at the end of every financial management book. You may refer for say 10% for 6 year you will find 4.355 and multiply with the 120 you will get 522.60 present value. Same way 7th year we are getting 1000 back plus 120 interest, and 7th year is the present value factor 0.513. Multiply it, you will get 574.56. So your total is 1097.16. Somewhat variation you will find in paisa, but that is the calculation error. So in both the way you can get your answer rupees 1097. So from this above example, what we observe? We observed there are 3 important things. 1, life of the security or life of the asset, whatever it may be. Second, interest rate or coupon rate. Other name is coupon rate. And third, cost of capital or discounting rate or required rate of return or hurdle rate. So these all things are names are there, cost of capital or discounting rate or hurdle rate. So that in short, our value is depending on 3 important aspects. Please keep in your mind. 1 is the life of the asset. Second is the interest rate, coupon rate, or we can say how much you are able to earn from the assets. And third, your required rate of return or discounting factor. Your required rate of return today is suppose 10% in above example, and you are getting 12%. So automatically value of asset or security is higher or not? See, 1000 rupees face value, but value is more, 1097. Why? Because you are getting more than expected. So here we are putting comma. Here this is the part 1, and now second part, bond valuation, we will start in part 2. Thank you.